Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is Contra Operation Galuga. So this game it is kind of a kind of homage to the old Contra games. Let me tell you that Konami Digital Entertainment decided to provide me the key for the game. So well, Konami providing me keys, it's something new and great, but let's talk of what it matters, which is performance. So I was a little bit intriguing about what was the claims of the requirements for Contra, because on the recommended requirements they say that I need a GTX 1060 for playing at 1080p. GTX 1060, it is a very close GPU to our 1650 Super, and in fact some of them have 6 gigabytes of VRAM, others have 3. So I was a little bit curious how demanding this game could be. And so the game comes V-synced by default, so I had to disable V-sync on Nvidia control panel for us to have a variable frame rates and to make the benchmark more interesting. And as you can see, I'm starting in here with 1080p. There is no graphical options for you to choose from, and frame rates are pretty much above 144. So if you have a 144 Hz screen, assuming that the game will walk you to 144, I think it will be just great, because you will be able to walk the game at that frame rate and you will enjoy a very silky smooth, very high frame rate, very high refresh rate. So the experience should be probably great to you. Although I have a 60 Hz screen, so if I just kept the VSync on, it would be walking me out to 60 frames per second, which is no issue whatsoever for me, but still I'm more concerned about people with high refresh rate displays. So my suggestion it is, if you have a high refresh rate display, 120 Hz or 144 Hz, the best experience will be to be playing at 1080p. Although a little bit more forward in the video, I mean, I do have other tests like 1440p and 4K, and 1440p provides a frame rate overall above 120 frames per second, but there might be some, more demanding segments where it does drop a little bit for a second or two below than the 120 FPS. So it's not really a big deal, and most of the experience should be excellent if you have a high refresh rate at 1440p, but drops might occur. That's why I do still recommend 1080p for high refresh rate, because it should be more stable. Alright, so 4K, it should provide you an experience above 60 frames per second, although the same as 1440p for 120 FPS. 4K, it might drop here and there below than 60 frames per second, but again, it's just in selected cases. Most of the experience will be above 60, including cutscenes, so there is no issues. Alright, so rolling all these things back, 1080p provides an experience all the time above 144. 1440p provides an experience above 120 frames per second. Sometimes there might be a drop here and there. 4K provides an experience above 60 frames per second, but there might be a drop here and there. Also, I think that this might be important. It is at 4K, it does use the majority of the 4 gigabytes of VRAM. So if there are levels that consume more VRAM, who knows, this might present as an issue to the game, it might stutter, it might crash. So 4K might be a little bit pushing the bar a little bit too much for the GTX 1650 Super, mostly because of its VRAM. So regarding performance, I don't think that I have anything to say. I wasn't really expecting this game to be demanding, but looking at the requirements, I was a little bit concerned, since they say that for 1080p I needed a 1060, but overall all I can say is that even 4K runs mostly above 60 frames per second, so those requirements are just being careful, I guess. Or the first level, it is just not that demanding, probably, who knows. But that's it for the quick look in the performance. If everything goes right tomorrow night, I might bring up a live stream of this game, and it will be probably very painful. since I'm not very good with this type of games, and I'm assuming that I will lose a lot. And one of these things about Contra is that as soon as you lose all your lives, you need to start the game, I mean the level, all over since the beginning. So I'm expecting a lot of suffering on that live stream, if that happens. But stay tuned if you want to. Of course, this is just for the time of the video. For watching this like 1 month later, cutscene probably, I mean live stream is already it's probably already done. Alright, so that's it guys. Thank you a lot for watching until now. In case you want to jump to any other setting like 1440p or 4K, there is links on the description of the video. So thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
You'll pay for that. Take a moment to practice movement, jumping, and shooting. Doyle tells me all Contras can jump a second time in mid-air or dash horizontally. Simply incredible. You can aim with more precision by holding down aim lock. Next. Don't forget. We've accessed the weapon delivery network and will be sending frequent supply drops. Shoot a weapon pod to release its cargo. Experiment with a variety of weapon types. Forget.
Our chopper's taken enemy fire. It's going down.
That's strike one. It's all three by my count. You hold a primary and secondary weapon. Swap between them strategically. secret overload function. You can sacrifice your active weapon for a powerful attack or strategic effect.
Big mistake.
Try the overload function now. I'll send a replacement weapon immediately. One moment.
Now then.
I should have known Contra had arrived when the entire jungle caught fire. It's been a while, Bill. What are you doing here?
We're here to save your ass.
If the EMC was gonna stick its nose in this operation...
Take a moment to practice movement, jumping, and shooting. Doyle tells me all Contras can jump a second time in mid-air or dash horizontally. Simply incredible! You can aim with more precision by holding down aim lock. One moment. We've accessed the weapon delivery network and will be sending frequent supply drops. Shoot a weapon pod to release its cargo. Experiment with a variety of weapons. Henrik's in here.
Our chopper's taken enemy fire. It's going down!
That's strike one.
It's all three by my count.
You hold a primary and secondary weapon. Swap between them strategically. Our weapons have a secret overload function. You can can sacrifice your active weapon for a powerful attack or strategic effect. Try the overload function now. I'll send a replacement weapon immediately.
I should have known Contra had arrived when the entire jungle caught fire. It's been a while, Bill. What are you doing here?
We're here to save your ass.
If the EMC was gonna stick its nose in this operation, they could have at least have sent a small army.
Looks like the small army couldn't handle it. So here we are.
I suppose so. At any rate, stay alert. These guys aren't messing around.